Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another match reaction, ladies and gentlemen. I believe, if I am not mistaken, it's our 14th match reaction. Sorry guys, I was a little bit late because I had to go gegen press Hamza a little bit. I had to go cook him because that guy just waffling excuses right there. It's a match reaction at midnight because we've got so much content coming your way, inshallah, in the upcoming days. Tomorrow at 3:15 p.m. UK, I've got KJ coming on, I've got Andrew coming on, I've got LB coming on. We're going to be talking today's fixtures. There's so much for us to discuss, so much for us to talk about, and there's plenty of content coming your way. This Friday, inshallah, 11 p.m. UK time, there's Al-Ahwa as well, so there's so much content coming your way. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to Ryan, big up to Jordan, big up to Idris, big up to Muhammad Ali, big up to Khuram Ali. Big up to Lauren, big up to you, Lauren, big up to Toka, big up to Connor. Jordan, make sure you guys listen to him and like and subscribe. Big up to Michael, big up to Nevermore, big up to Toka, big up to Aaron, big up to all of you guys, big up to the other Aaron as well, big up to Marvel, big up to every single person who's in the stream, big up to everyone who's going to watch this on the replay as well. Big up to everyone for their love and support as well in the month of December. So far, it has been absolutely elite. Big up all the super chatters. Big up all the subscribers. Big up all the likers. Big up to every single person who has supported us and continues to support us on this journey. YouTube is also telling me that you guys are sharing the videos at record rates. So continue to hit that share button. Share the videos everywhere. And there's so much for us to discuss, so much for us to talk about. And we're going to continue, inshallah, keep getting you involved on different videos and keep talking about football. And inshallah, giving you elite entertainment. I've already 2-foot tackled them, John James. Big up to you and congratulations on your win as well. By the way, John James, I know you're one of the more positive United fans. You're 3 points behind Manchester City. You're supposed to be in a crisis. Big up to Top FC TV as well, who sends in a super chat. Big up to you, Chris. Thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. I appreciate you. So, Habibis, big up, like, subscribe, share the video everywhere. Love for the love. And let's just get to the game. Because there is a lot for us to kind of unpack from today's game. Queen Nadra says, Husam, you got to respect Endo. He was our best player today. I think he's going to improve. He started 2 games and he was good. Here's the thing, Nadra. First of all, you know what I'm not a fan of? I'm not a fan of after every good performance, you keep asking for apologies. You know who did that last year? You guys done it with Darwin Nunez. Every time Darwin Nunez scored a goal, it's the same shit. Can we have an apology for Nunez? Can you say sorry for Nunez? Can you say sorry for Endo? Can you say sorry for this guy? Can you say sorry for that guy? How about I am not going to say sorry for everyone? How about that? How about I am not going to say sorry to anyone? Is that a better idea? Is that a better idea? Is that a better idea? You know, it's just so frustrating. Like every time, why do I have to apologize after every good performance? Aren't football players that play for Liverpool Football Club expected to put in good performances? Why every time a player has a good game, it's sorry? Because Queen Nadra, let me ask you a question. Did you apologize when Endo was crap against Toulouse? Did you apologize when Endo was crap in the 3, 4, 5, 6 games he was shitting? You didn't apologize, so why should I apologize? You know when I will apologize? When there's a consistent run of games. Consistency is king. What's the difference between Michu and Harry Kane? Michu done it for a year. Harry Kane done it for 10 years. That's why Harry Kane gets more respect. What's the difference between Mo Salah and Hatem Ben Arfa? Hatem Ben Arfa done it for 1 year. Mo Salah has been doing it 7 years. So we cannot come up here and every time there's a good game, apologize. I will recognize that Endo played really well today and I recognize it on the stream and I gave him praise. That does not mean every time he has a good performance, I have to apologize. And Endo is not a good enough DM for us to win the league because all of you still agree that we need a DM. Anyway, guys, first of all, congratulations to all the Liverpool fans. Big up John James. Make sure you guys are liking him, listening to him, and liking and subscribing. Big up to Nadra and Top FC TV for the super chats. Like and subscribe now. Share the video everywhere. Anyway, Habibis. You know what it is? Here's the thing with this, with the Liverpool. Good day, mate. Sal. Here's the thing with this whole Liverpool game today. First of all, congratulations to all the Liverpool fans on the win. Congratulations to all the Liverpool fans on the clean sheet. I know some of us are probably happier to see the clean sheet than anything else because the clean sheets is, look, you need to get your defense together if you wanna win some games, if you wanna win the league. And look, before I get into the overall picture, let me just talk about, today's game. When we talk about today's game, first of all, people call me reactionary. yet I find myself calming down reactionary people sometimes. We played very good today, specifically on the defensive end. Now, before I get to the offensive end, we have to recognize what certain people in this team are doing. First of all, big up to Quivin Kelleher. Bounce back game. When a player bounces back, we have to recognize it. Quivin Kelleher been doing well in the Europa League, other than to lose away. I think he's been doing relatively well in the Europa League games this season, done well in the Carabao Cup games this season. For me, when it comes to Quivin Kelleher, today, he bounced back. Last game against Fulham, he almost single-handedly lost us the game. Today, fantastic save when it was still 0-0, from a chance. Unbelievable save. And this is why, guys, we cannot be reactionary. This is why we always have to look at the overall picture. When it comes to what happened last game, many people in the chat were saying, next game, we should start Adrian. I'm like, no. Have you got short sights? Have you forgotten what's happened before already? Have you forgotten Adrian against Atletico Madrid? Have you forgotten all these shit performances? Because if you've forgotten, I will remind you of the shit performances that we have had, with Adrian and stuff. I haven't forgiven Adrian yet for the howler against Atletico Madrid. So this is just my thing. We cannot have short-sighted memories. Look, when it comes to Quivin Kelleher is not anything unbelievable or amazing. Quivin Kelleher is a solid, decent goalkeeper. And that is what we need for when we are playing teams like we're playing today, for what we're playing Europa League, for what we're playing Carabao Cup, for when we're playing FA Cup, games like this. You just need a good goalkeeper. And Kelleher is a good goalkeeper. I don't want us to be in a position like Arsenal, where it's like Raya Ramsdale. I don't want an Alisson Ederson thing. This is the one position on the pitch where you need a defined role. I have Alisson, who's the best goalkeeper in the world, and I have a backup. The backup is Kelleher. As long as Kelleher doesn't make a series of mistakes that makes us lose trust with him, we should be good to go. Good to go with Kelleher. Very good shot stopper, good on the ball. He's solid. So we need to stop being reactionary. Adrian must start. Okay, but have we forgotten about Adrian against Aston Villa? Have we forgotten about Adrian against Atletico Madrid? Have we forgotten all the times that Adrian have let us down over and over and over and over and over again? So we can't every time there's a bad drop Kelleher, bring in Adrian, like Adrian is suddenly now a good goalkeeper. Adrian's crap, guys. Sorry to break it to you. Adrian is 100 times worse than Kelleher. 100 times worse. So we need to stop being reactionary. So we have to give credit to Kelleher for bouncing back in today's game. Now, when it comes to the defense, big up John James, like and subscribe, everyone. When it comes to the defense, first of all, one thing I will say is sometimes in football conversations and football discourse, we allow people that don't support Liverpool Football Club to cloud our own judgment about our own players. Let me start with our center half, Virgil van Dijk. Even if Virgil van Dijk did not score today's goal, he was still absolutely immense in us winning today's game. Virgil van Dijk, if I'm doing a player rating today, I give him a 10 out of 10. Now, I've always said this to people, and this is why when I'm talking about the world-class players, this is once again, last season, people, I'm like a camel, I don't forget. This is why last season, when people were calling me out, Virgil van Dijk, Trent, Salah, Alisson, blah, blah, blah. The world-class players, you can never, ever disrespect and ask to be sold this, sold that, get rid of this guy, get rid of that guy. Virgil van Dijk, even an 80%, 85% Virgil van Dijk is still better than 99% of the centre-backs in the league. Even Virgil van Dijk with 85% is still better than 95% of the centre-backs in the league. Virgil van Dijk, alongside Saliba, and that's probably the two best centre-backs I can think of right now in the world, are probably the two best centre-backs on earth right now, because Joe Gomez and Ibu were crap, says Nadra. I'm going to get into that right now. That's why for me, Virgil van Dijk deserves extra credit, and I'm about to give it to him. So thank you so much, Nadra, for the super chat. I agree with you. Stick around, and I'm going to explain why. Here's the thing. When it comes to Virgil van Dijk today, absolutely marshal the defense, led by example, and this is why you do not sell your world-class players. I allow Virgil van Dijk to recover. I allow him to have a much better season than he had last season, and allow him to become better, and allow him to just get better and better and better and better and better. That is just how it goes. That is literally just how it goes. With Virgil van Dijk, one second, you guys. Sorry, just give me a second. Because I just want to pull up the stats quickly. Because I just want to see the kind of the defensive stats as well. Here, I'm about to pull up the stats, and the games are here because this relates to what I'm about to say. So this is the stats, right? Sheffield United, I was actually, I knew this was the stat, but I had to just double check it. Sheffield United had 1 shot on target. Sheffield United had 23% possession, 6 shots, 2 corners the whole game. And we have to give credit to Virgil van Dijk because he was the absolute best centre-back on the pitch. What I said today during the watch along, you can go watch it. People in the chat will vouch for me right now. I said, win the first headers and win the second balls, and you'd win today's game. Simple as. Because Sheffield United, by the way, I have no problem with this. This is just who they are. Sheffield United were not going to come up against Liverpool today and play tiki-taka football and pass left and right and do all this beautiful crap. Sheffield United were going to make it difficult. Sheffield United were going to play the long ball. Sheffield United were going to, do the long throw-in. Sheffield United was going to do the 2010 Stoke City stuff. And it was expected, and I've got no problem with that. So today we had to deal with the weapons that Sheffield United displayed. They had 23% possession, 1 shot on target, and Virgil van Dijk has a massive role to play in that. Because for me, Virgil van Dijk was our best player on the pitch. And this is exactly why you always have to back your world-class players. Trent, Virgil, Alisson, Mo Salah, I will always give them extra opportunities because he's been there and he's done that. Vel, don't forget you have to send me the thumbnail before you sleep. You have to be a man of your word. So yeah, that's why I backed Virgil van Dijk. And I think if I'm doing a team of the season, just to make it easy and there's no need for us to fight or argue, in a team of the season right now, Virgil van Dijk and Saliba are the centre-back partnerships because they're by far, the 2 best centre-backs in the league this season. So for me, Virgil van Dijk deserves massive credit for today's performance. Absolutely marshaled the defense, absolutely ate the defense. Oh, there we go. My laptop died. Here we go, the excuses. Vel, can you please, my brother, come on, man, why you always do this, Vel? Anyway, so Virgil van Dijk, you have to be a man. You give me your word. Anyway, Virgil van Dijk, absolutely incredible performance today. Deserves nothing but credit for today's performance. Now, second player on a call out in a positive light is Trent Alexander-Arnold. That is another guy that so many people were very reactionary about last season. Many people were calling Trent a stripper from our own fan base. Many people were saying Trent needs to get sold. Some people are saying move on from the Trent right back thing. So many people keep throwing disrespect on Trent Alexander-Arnold's name. And you know what I said? You know what I said earlier on? This is what I said earlier on. What I said earlier on was we allow rivals sometimes to cloud our judgment. This is the problem, because when we speak to rivals, because when we speak to rival fans, because when we speak to ops, we always allow them to cloud our judgment. We always allow them to get into the way of our judgment. We always allow them to do stuff like this. And for me, I refuse to allow rivals to cloud my judgment of Trent Alexander-Arnold, ever. Never gonna do that. Never. So for me, Trent Alexander-Arnold is, and I will say it again, and I will say it again and again and again and again. And if you don't like it, you could piss off. No, not you can piss off, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Trent Alexander-Arnold is the best right back in the world. Trent Alexander-Arnold is the best right back in the world currently. Full stop. I don't move like these soft fans who just feel, like some sort of way about saying you have amazing players. No, yeah, we do have amazing players. Trent's the best right back in the world. And I always said, for an inverted right back, the skill set of an inverted right back, Trent has that entire skill set. What do you want from an inverted right back? To dictate tempo? Trent can do it. What do you want from an inverted right back? To be able to pass the ball at an elite level? Trent can do that. What do you want from an inverted level? Deep line playmaking? Trent can do that. What do you want from an inverted right back? Diagonals? Trent can do that. What do you? It's just like, and once again, this is what I said on the last stream. I'm gonna say it again. Trent had 2 bad defensive games out of the last 15. 2 bad defensive games out of the last 15. And for some reason, we allow rivals. Anytime Trent has a bad defensive game, oh, Trent this, Trent that. Reece James got cooked multiple times this season. No one says anything. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because Trent Alexander-Arnold is a threat to their legends. Reece James ain't a threat to their legends. The others ain't a threat to their legends. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a generational talent that could actually end up being the best right back ever. Gary Neville was right. It pisses people off, but I don't care. Gary Neville was right. If he works on certain elements of his game, we never denied that. He could genuinely be the best right back ever. There's nothing wrong with saying that. And because the player is a threat to their legends, and the player is a threat to, to their icons and the blah, 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 they get upset and they start whining. Yeah, Trent is the best right back on earth. Cry more. Right back's main job is to defend. Says who? Says who? Is this 2008, 2006? Is this 1993? No, it's not. This is 2023. In 2023, 2024, right backs are expected to do so much more before you get to the defensive part. Because I've always said this and I would say it again because it's very true. If I line up 100 managers right now and ask them, would you rather have a forward-thinking right back or a defensive right back? 99% of the people would say a forward-thinking right back, whether you like it or not, and that is a fact. That is an absolute fucking fact. Simple. Simple as right back. 2023. Modern fullbacks are expected to do a lot more. Name the best fullbacks in the world over the last 12, 13 years. Dani Alves. Is Dani Alves known for his tackles and interceptions? Marcelo. Is Marcelo known for his tackles and his interceptions? Cancelo. Is Cancelo known for his defensive side? Trent. Others. It's always players going forward because Trent Alexander-Arnold can win you a game with a pass. Trent Alexander-Arnold can win you a game with a cross. Trent Alexander-Arnold can even win you a game with a shot, even with a free kick. This is what Trent offers me. So instead of me going like, oh, you know what? A dribble past him twice, let me shit on him. I'm actually going to look at what he does well. Simple. And now to the third player that deserves massive credit before we get into the minute details, Endo. Endo today deserves massive credit. Endo had an absolutely unbelievable performance today. Now, today, Endo was all over the pitch in a good way. Endo was defending here, defending there, defending in the middle, helping out, even dropping a shoulder every now and then. So Endo had a very good performance today. He was absolutely class today. And I've got no problem saying that. And long may he prove me wrong and more wrong and more wrong and more wrong. I am not someone, one thing people will tell you about me is I am not someone who won't admit they're wrong. I'm not someone who won't admit their mistakes, etc., etc., etc. Now, everything I said about Endo does not become not true because of one good performance. It needs to be consistent. If Endo puts in 15 good performances in a row, I cannot sit up here and go like, oh my God, Endo's crap, you guys, because that's when I'm being shameless and I'm being dishonest. Endo has to continue to deliver consistently. Simple as. Endo today was unbelievable. I think he was our third or second or first best player because the reason why I singled out those three is Trent, Virgil, and Endo were the three best players on the pitch. I have no problem which one you want to say one, which one you want to say two, which one you want to say three, because all three were very good. Now, same way, I didn't ask all of you for apologies after Toulouse away or after all the games he's been shit in this season. Don't come ask me for an apology after one good performance. Let him perform more and more and more and more well, and I hope he delivers because we need every single bit of this depth. And if you all thought Endo was that amazing anyway, you wouldn't all want a DM. You all want a DM to begin with, and just like I do. And the reason is you don't think the DM that we have right now is good enough, and it's okay, and that's okay. We don't have to think Endo is Rodri. It's okay. Like, yeah, Endo is limited. He's okay. And he's done really well today. So we give him credit. Simple as. But let's not go over the top, keep asking for apologies and shit when there's no need for me to apologize for anything. There's no need for me to apologize after one performance. Simple as. So today, Endo, I think it was Lauren who said it earlier on today, he was everywhere. But sometimes when you say a player was everywhere, it's actually negative. No. Today's one, it was positive. Like he was everywhere in a positive light, in a positive sense, in which he was everywhere in a good way. You know, like he was on the right when you needed him to defend there, on the left when you needed him to defend there, in the middle when you needed him to defend there. He was just there, putting tackles in. Great performance today for me on the pitch from Endo. So for me, the three best players on the pitch: Endo, Trent, and Virgil van Dijk. And I like to give as well credit to Kevin Keller because he bounced back. Now, let me read some super chats before we carry on and kind of get into the minute details and the bigger picture. Before we do that, everyone watching us right now, there's 180 of you in here. There's gonna people joining us from the Footy Judge Mo channel soon. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. Every single one of you guys right now, please hit that like button, subscribe. Big up to Ozan, Felipe, Abdulaziz, Nadra, Top FC TV for your super chats. Big up to you guys. Love you all. Please do like and subscribe. Big up to one second. Big up to عبد العزيز العتيبي. يا هلا والله. تحياتي للعتبان. تحياتي لأهل السعودية. Big win today when we didn't play at our best. What do we need in January so we can seriously challenge for the title? تحياتي من السعودية. تحياتي لك ولأهل السعودية والله يحفظ المملكة العربية السعودية ويبعد عنا كل شر إن شاء الله. الله يخليكم. I'm going to answer this question now in a second, Abdulaziz, so stick around because this is actually the second part that I'm about to answer. So thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Just wait. Just let me read the other ones, and this part I'm going to answer it now in a second. Guys, we're like 5 likes away from 100 likes. Let's get there. Yalla. Big up to Queen Nader says, talk about the disgrace referee. He denied a potential red card for the McAllister. You know what pisses me off about Premier League referees? You know, honestly, what pisses me off? Like, jokes aside, banter aside, despite how much we hate the Premier League referees aside, you know what genuinely irritates my soul? Simon Hooper was the same guy that sent off Curtis Jones for the stamp in the Spurs game. Did McAllister not stamp today? Sorry, did McAllister's leg not get stamped on today? So why did he get sent off? Or is it every time we keep different energies for different people? It's like different rules for different people and shit. I don't like that. Simon Hooper was the same exact referee. It's not like he was another referee. It's not like he was a different guy. He was the same guy. You sent off Curtis Jones for that red card because of the follow through. So now you have to keep the same energy and send someone off for following through on McAllister. Simple as. Simple as. Thank you so much, Nadra. Big up to Felipe who says 100% Trent elite. LFC are doing well. You'll definitely get the centre back in January. I reckon keep your injuries low, win the FA Cup, and you could win the title. But here's the thing, and I'm gonna get to it now. And this answers Abdulaziz's question earlier on. Brother, we cannot, and this is where, like, despite me being here happy celebrating a win, you guys know me, I'm not the type of guy to go like, oh, but this win means nothing, and like not celebrate when a player is having a good game, etc. I've always been fair and balanced. This is where we have to also be fair and balanced, Habibi. The problem is, Felipe, every time someone tells me Liverpool is going to win the league, whether it's a Liverpool fan or a supporter of another club, they give me 500 if this, if that, if this, if that. Now, the reality is other teams don't have if this, if that. Other teams are just ready, you know? So it's simple as that. So for me, I would rather us be in a position in which we're ready and our depth is ready than keep every 3 seconds. If this happens, that's going to happen. If this happens, that's going to happen. And blah, 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 blah. We need to sign players in January. That's the only way we are going to win a league title. Simple as. I appreciate you, though. Thank you so much. And I don't want us to win the FA Cup. Like, listen, it depends what happens Emirates away, and we go take it from there. But thank you, Felipe, my brother. I appreciate you for the super chat. Ozan Kabak sends in a super chat that translates to thank you for recognizing his accomplishments. No worries. No worries, Ozan Habibi. No worries, my brother. I appreciate you. Anyway, guys, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Everyone right now, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to This Is Football now. Where's the super chat? Here. What do we need to do? And this is where I'm gonna now start speaking, the reality. Big up to all the super chatters. Everyone's gonna get a super chat, like everyone's gonna get a shout out. Sorry, like and subscribe. So here's the thing. We're just gonna be honest. Now, us winning versus us challenging for the league are two different things. This squad currently, as things stand, is on its bare bones. Let's pray we even survive and even make it till January, hopefully with no more injuries. Alexis McAllister is down today. We don't know how bad his injury is. We wish him a speedy recovery. I hope he's good. Matip, ACL, means he's out till the end of the season. Robertson is injured. Allison is currently injured. Curtis Jones had a minor injury earlier on in the season. Jota is injured and we don't know when he's coming back. So Liverpool are already suffering with injuries. Now, the saying goes, you don't prepare to fail, you just fail to prepare. Or plan or prepare, same thing. The reality is, this is why during the summer I was shouting, because I feel like we came into the season, unprepared and unready. And when I look at this current state of this team, and this is why I love the fact that I've just been someone who's balanced on this whole thing from the beginning. Guys, Diaz, Nunez, Jota, Gakpo, all four, and this is something I said after the Fulham game, all four need to step up. Every single one of them four, without any exception, needs to step up and needs to deliver. And needs to deliver for Liverpool Football Club. And needs to deliver the goods. This is just the simple fact. This is the simple fact of the matter. We need delivery. And we need consistent delivery. Because when you're coming up against a juggernaut in Manchester City, or you're coming up in a title race against Manchester City and Arsenal, you need someone who delivers. Now, truth is as follows. This is another game in which none of our forwards scored. This, and before that, the Fulham game, and before that, the City away game. Now, here's the thing. In football, sustainability matters. Virgil ain't gonna score every game. Trent ain't gonna score every game. Endo ain't gonna score every game. McAllister ain't gonna score every game. Szoboszlai ain't gonna score every game. I love the fact that every single one of them is chipping in with goals. Szoboszlai scoring goals is important. McAllister scoring goals is important. Gravenberch scoring goals is important. Endo, everyone who scores goals, it's important for us to find multiple sources of goals. Now, the problem I have is Nunez, Gakpo, Diaz, Jota, all four of them have not made a step up to the next level to help out our best forward in Mo Salah. Now, I don't think Mo Salah was particularly good today. I thought Mo Salah was good versus City. I thought he was good versus Fulham. Today, he was not. He was not good. Now, the reason why Mo Salah does not get the same energy that the others get is because Mo Salah does not miss as many big chances as the others, a lot more clinical than the others, better than all of the others when it comes to every element of football, to be fair. So when I watch Darwin Nunez, I get it. I get why people back him. Some people back him for his looks. I'm not going to say who. She knows herself, but I get it. People say they see the potential. People, they say he can be world class one day, if only he takes his chances. Now, my problem is, how long will this if only he takes his chances thing last? Because this is the important $1 million question. How long until we keep saying, if he takes his chances, if he takes the opportunities, if he puts the ball in the back of the net, if he starts doing this, if he starts doing that? Today, Trent Alexander-Arnold created Darwin Nunez a gilt edge scoring opportunity. And in the words of Mike Das, he did not even make Fotheringham pull a world-class save. Like he didn't even make him pull a save. he just shot it right at him. And this is the problem with Darwin Nunez. There comes a point in time where you have to go like, okay, he's missed 13, 14 big chances, one of the worst XGs. At what point in time are we going to call out this bullshit and just say it as it is? You need to start delivering on the football pitch. And you know why I keep the same energy? Luis Diaz, for me, has been our worst forward this whole season. I think Luis Diaz has been Liverpool's worst forward by far this season. By far. And you know, what frustrated me is, and I don't know who I said it to like 2 days ago, what frustrated me is, the international break, Luis Diaz goes to play for Colombia. He scores 2 headers against Brazil. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, this is a resurgence. Like, Luis Diaz might come back and be onto something. Luis Diaz might start cooking now. Luis Diaz might start doing this and doing that and blah, blah, blah. But Luis Diaz is not cooking. And Luis Diaz is not scoring. And Luis Diaz is not creating. And Luis Diaz is not getting involved as a Liverpool forward like he should be. Liverpool forwards need to be clinical in front of goal, or at least make the right decisions in the final third. Liverpool forwards need to have something about them when they get into dangerous positions in the penalty box. Liverpool forwards need to put the ball in the back of the net, or at least help others put the ball in the back of the net. My problem with Diaz is, yeah, you dribble good, and yeah, you get past people, but after you get past someone, what do? Like, if I gave Mo Salah Diaz's dribbling ability, it would be a cheat code, because Salah would dribble past everyone and then make a right decision, whether it be a shot or whether it be a pass or whether it be a creative moment, whatever it is, he'd make the right decision. Diaz's problem is his decision making. Now you know why that's a problem. It's a bigger problem than you guys think, because he's 26 years old. There's a limit on improvement. Like, they've been talking about Marcus Rashford improving his decision making for the last 6 years. It just ain't ever happened. And I hope we don't do the same with Luis Diaz. Because I'll be honest with you, and I know this might upset some people, but I'm going to just be honest. Luis Diaz, I don't think has gotten better. I actually think Luis Diaz has gotten worse. Luis Diaz, when you first signed him from Porto compared to now, is completely different. Completely different. And I think Diaz is a forward that actually worries me the most out of all of them. Diaz is the one forward that worries me the most. The reason why he worries me the most is because I just don't think he's suitable and adaptable and good enough for the Liverpool type of strike force and forward line. Like, what are we trying to achieve here? Is he good enough for the direction that we're headed in? This is the problem. Is he good enough for the direction that we are headed in? Is he good enough for the position that we're headed in? Is he good enough to what we are trying to accomplish? This is the thing. So I look at what Luis Diaz is doing. Luis Diaz is talking about signing for Barcelona. Based on his performances this season, he deserves to play for Crystal Palace. And this is where we just have to have genuine conversations about football players. If I were to give Luis Diaz a player rating right now for this whole season, I would give Luis Diaz a 3 out of 10. I think he's been by far our most disappointing forward. Very disappointing. Very. And you know, this comes back to the point that I said to Albert today on halftime show and stuff like that. You guys need to understand something. I speak to so many people. What the hell is Vel DMing me? Look at this guy. Vel, instead of making Hamza edits, can you make the bloody thumbnail? Anyway. Thing is with Diaz is, our light even switched off. Thing is with Diaz is as follows. Thing is with Diaz is in the summer, we were talking, and there's people who hate Mo Salah on this fan base. Absolutely sad people hate Mo Salah. And they were on the spaces in the summer going like, if we sold Mo Salah, Liverpool Football Club would survive. Liverpool Football Club would still survive. Liverpool Football Club would still challenge because Diaz would step up, Gakpo would step up, Jota would step up, and Nunez would step up. But none of them have stepped up. None of them have stepped up. This is just the ultimate reality. Mo Salah is still our best player and is still our best forward. Like, I'm sorry, that's just the fact. He still is. Light, I will slap the shit out of you right now. He still is our best forward and our best player. And I don't expect Diaz, Jota, Gakpo, and Nunez to elevate themselves to Mo Salah's level. Obviously, that's difficult, but at least elevate yourself to like a good level, like Luis Diaz. Can you have like, once again, just so people understand, like when you click Diaz stats, just search it on Google, Diaz stats. In 14 Premier League games, he scored 3 goals. He scored 3 goals in 14 Premier League games. Imagine instead of 3 goals, he has 6 goals. I ain't even going to say anything crazy. Imagine he has 6 goals instead of 3. Imagine. Jota has 4 goals in 12. Gakpo has 3 goals in 14, 15 games. Now, given, of course, Gakpo did play a bit in midfield, but still, he's considered a Liverpool forward. Darwin Nunez, if he could just finish half the big chances he missed, he'd already be on 10 goals this season. So this is the problem now. It makes me scared for when Mo Salah goes to AFCON. That's another thing people ain't thinking about. Like, who are we going to play? Diaz, Nunez, and Gakpo? That's not really something that fills me with confidence. Ben Doak, Harvey Elliott? This is why, for me, and you know how I know I'm 100% right? Let me tell you how I know I'm 100% right. The reason why I'm 100% right, every time I do a watch-along and one of them is starting, the chat will be asking for the other guy to come on. I'll give you a perfect example. Today, people were like, oh, Nunez needs to come on. Against Fulham. You know what they said against Fulham? Gakpo needs to come on. You know what they said the game before? Jota needs to come on. You know what they said the game before? Diaz needs to come on. You know what they said the game before? Nunez needs to come on. It's like you're just playing Marco Polo, or I don't even know if that's a game, but like you're just playing, you know, this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. Like today, I'm going to ask for Nunez to come on because he was on the bench, and I think Nunez will do better than the ones that started. Next game, if Nunez starts and he's playing like shit, I'm going to ask for Gakpo to come on, etc., etc., etc. So every single time we play a game of football, we're just asking for someone off the bench to come on. And this is the issue for me. It's like every time, like, oh, Nunez starts, so Gakpo must come on. Gakpo starts, oh, this guy must come on. Blah, 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 blah. And this is the issue. This is the issue I have. Big up everyone as well who just joined us from Footy Judge Mo's channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This Is Football if you're yet to do so. Every single person watching us right now, hit that like button. Big up to everyone who joined in from Footy Judge Mo's channel. I was on his channel earlier because I had to go cook Hamza. I gegenpressed him. I didn't allow him to chat shit. So everyone, please like and subscribe now. As soon as you enter the video, this is you watching us right here. I want you to hit this X, hit this like button right here. Subscribe to This Is Football. Big up Ozan, Felipe, Abdulaziz, Nadra, and Top FC for the super chat. And speaking of, big up to Ozan Kabak who says Foderingham denied Mo of his 200 tonight. Palace 200. And you know why I'm not criticizing Mo? Mo made Foderingham make a save. Darwin Nunez did not make Foderingham make a save. He didn't. He didn't. He shot it right at him. So that's why he gets criticism. And Queen Nadra here says, what happened to the Szoboszlai beginning of the season? He's been bad lately. You know, when I done all the Husam x Tom Littles and I was talking about Szoboszlai and I was saying, guys, we need to rest Szoboszlai. We can't play Szoboszlai every game. We cannot just Szoboszlai every 3 seconds. We cannot Szoboszlai this, Szoboszlai. Allow Szoboszlai to breathe. Allow Szoboszlai to just have a day off, bro. Like, allow Szoboszlai to just have an opportunity to just rest. But the thing is, this is why earlier on, when we were doing Europa League games and etc., I was like, I just wish Szoboszlai was on the bench, just rested, wrapped in cotton wool, because I just don't want him to get injured. I just don't want him to get hurt. And you know, sometimes I feel like he's a little bit fatigued, but maybe it's a little bit too early for that. Big up to Igal in the chat as well. Big up to you, Igal. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Thank you so much, Nadra. Thank you to all the super chatters. As I said, like and subscribe now. So now, speaking on Darwin Nunez, in the build-up to the second goal, first of all, Darwin Nunez opportunity from Trent's creation. I just picked on it. Darwin Nunez for the second goal. Here's the thing. Before he recovered and made that tackle, to cross it to Szoboszlai. Counter-attack was on to begin with. And he, once again, made the wrong decision. It's almost like what people like Tom Little say is right about Nunez. Whenever he has to think, he makes the wrong decision. Now, that's not necessarily something that fills me with confidence. Like, oh, by the way, guys, the reason why Nunez played like shit today is because he had to think. Next time when he doesn't have to think, he'll play good. This is the stuff that I just don't understand. Like, of course, your striker is going to need to think. Of course, your striker is going to need to make a decision in certain moments where a thought is required. It's not always going to be straightforward, just shoot at the goal, pass to person X, pass to person Y. Sometimes you have to think. Now, I think Mo Salah has been our best forward this season. Nunez is in second place. But the second, third, fourth, and fifth all haven't stepped up and all need to do better. And we spoke at the start of the season and we said, guys, we cannot start season 2 saying the same shit that we said in season 1. Oh, he created chaos. Oh, he got into the dangerous positions. If only he finished his chances. If only he learns how to finish. If only this. If only that. Like, we're all tired of it now. Today, had Nunez just scored the Trent chance, no one would have been shitting in themselves. Sheffield would have been defeated already. It would have been game, set, and match. And that was the most gilt-edge opportunity of the whole game. That's why we need these players to step up. I thought Gakpo was trash today. Another shit performance from Cody Gakpo. And when he moved to left wing, he was fucking even worse than when he was a striker. Sustainability matters in football. I want us to beat Palace, but I want us to show some sign of sustainability. Trent ain't going to score every game, bro. Virgil ain't going to score every game. Szoboszlai ain't going to score every game. Szoboszlai finished it better than all our forwards done. This is the third game in a row without a forward scoring a single goal for Liverpool Football Club. 0 goals Mo, 0 goals Gakpo, 0 goals Nunez, 0 goals Diaz, 0 goals Jota. Like, it's just... And people have their favorites. And for me, I don't have any favorites. All 4 need to step up. All 4 need to step up. So it's just like, I just want them to step up because I want us to win sustainably. I want us to stay at the top and not fall down because, you know, player X missed chances, player Y missed chances. And speaking of midfield, this is why you don't scapegoat people. That's why I'm not scapegoating Nunez. That's why I don't scapegoat people. The people who sold all their McAllister stocks, people were calling McAllister shit. I was saying, guys, it's not his fault. He's not a DM. There's many people in this chat as well. Oh, McAllister shit. Let McAllister go. McAllister blah this, McAllister that, blah, 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 blah. Like, bro, here's the thing. Alexis McAllister is Mr. Fundamentals. Exactly what you need in a midfielder. Can pass at a very good level, can dribble at a very good level, can shoot at a very good level. Just does everything very good. He doesn't necessarily have a specialist trait, but he doesn't need to have a specialist trait. He does everything on the football pitch well. And you don't sell fundamentally sound players. You don't get rid of fundamentally sound players. Alexis McAllister today, again, very good performance. Dominic Szoboszlai, I thought, against City and against Fulham, I thought he was shit. Today, once again, bounce back performance from Dominic Szoboszlai, even without the goal. Like, he was much better today than in the last 2 games. So I feel like the front six all need to step up a notch. Take it up a notch a little bit. Because we go Crystal Palace away, and then we play Manchester United at home, and then we play West Ham in the Carabao Cup, and then we play Arsenal in the Premier League. Now, this goes back to Abdelaziz's question from earlier on. The only way Liverpool Football Club win the league this season is done in the January transfer window. We can listen, this squad is already on its bare bones. If Konate, God forbid, if Konate gets injured, our 2 only centre backs now become Gomez and Virgil and Kwanzaa, who's a youngster, which is a problem. So this is why, from the beginning, a DM and a centre back is needed. Both these positions are extremely necessary. Extremely necessary. Total Eclipse is asking, when is Alisson back? Alisson is back for the United game, apparently. So, yeah, that's the thing. So, speaking of the defense, Konate, this is what Nadra said earlier on. Konate and Gomez. I think Gomez was probably our worst, not probably, he was our worst defender on the pitch for me, Joe Gomez. Just shit performance. Just shit performance from Joe Gomez today. It made people who clinically hate Tsimikas say bring on Tsimikas because it was that much of a bad performance. Tsimikas had to come on. Tsimikas had to do better. Had to just like, I felt like it would have probably made our structure look even 100 times better just if Tsimikas came on. You know, Tsimikas was under a lot of criticism and rightfully so, but he stepped up his performance. He's been playing really well. He's very in form, but maybe he needs a rest, of course, which I understand. But for me, Gomez just dropped a stinker. And you know, this right here from Ozan Kabak is 100% facts. I was about to get to this now. Our squad from now till January 1st is on its bare bones. It's on its bare bones. The fact is we need to buy players. We just need to buy players. This league cannot be won. I'll actually take it a step further. If we're taking the league seriously, I don't even think we can win the Europa League without buying players. We need to buy players. DM and a centre back, and it's screaming at us. Union sent Gilwaz away. We've already qualified. We've guaranteed first place. I do not want Jurgen Klopp to pull an Atalanta away. I need Jurgen Klopp to have an average age of 15 in that game. McConnell, Doak, Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa should be like the oldest player, most experienced player on that whole team. We need to rest all the experienced players. All the experienced players need to rest. I do not want to see a single serious player. I do not want to see a single serious player. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Every single one of them need to be rested. Every single one of them. Like, it's just squad management now has become even extra important. Extra important. We need to manage our squad better, man. The squad is on its bare bones now. I'm kind of worried a little bit. But I do agree with Ozan 100%. I hope we don't sign a DM in January. Just assess the market. There's no obvious choice right now. Evaluate best option. January right away for now. Centre back in January if possible. Centre back is now probably an even bigger priority. First of all, big up selection for the super chat. Centre back is now a bigger priority because Matip is out at the end of the season. Kwanzaa is good, but I don't think Kwanzaa is someone you could rely on in the clutch moments. Konate is already injury prone, which is a problem, which is why I think centre back probably now takes even bigger importance than DM. Centre back, because of the injury situation, has become a much more important now position for us because Matip is injured. So this is the issue. So now centre back becomes an even bigger priority. DM, we still need one. Regardless of Endo playing well for like a couple of games, regardless of McAllister doing well, we need a DM. We still need a DM because we just need depth in general. We just need depth in general, whether you want a starting DM or whatever. Like, we need depth, like, full stop. We need more players. So that's why for me, we need a DM and a centre back. But centre back right now becomes priority after Matip's injury. Hincape, Inacio would be just us. Inacio would be us because we are purely stupid sometimes in transfer market. We could have had him for 30 million cheaper like 6 months ago. But anyway, big up to you. Thank you so much. To be fair, Nunez 4 goals, 5 assists in 14 Premier League games. You know what you remind me of? Rain hard or die trying. Let me tell you what you remind me of. You remind me of Chelsea fans who back Timo Werner. To be fair, he has 21 GA in the league. So many assists, shit like that. To be fair, can you tell me Nunez is XG? To be fair, can you tell me how many big chances missed Nunez has? To be fair, can you tell me if Nunez even took half his big chances, how many goals he'd be on? If Nunez took half, even less than half of his big chances missed, 6, he'd currently be on 10 goals. Just like that, double digits. So this is the reality. Sorry, it's just the reality. If he just took half his chances, he'd be on 10 goals right now. So like this whole, to be fair, he has this and he has that. That's why for me, I haven't scapegoated Nunez. I mentioned all 4. Gakpo, Nunez, Diaz, Jota. All 4 of them need to step up. Full stop. Big up to Omar Rushdie, who says Sheffield United game was just as watching a dead Europa League game. I disagree with you completely. I think keeping a clean sheet was extremely important. Keeping a clean sheet was unbelievably important. Unbelievably important, keeping a clean sheet. So I disagree with this completely. I really wanted us to keep a clean sheet and win the game, and we done that. And even though it was Chris Wilder and it's a new manager bounce and shit, we still dealt with it. Big up to Queen Nader says, I think Endo against Crystal Palace game is a bad idea because they're a physical team. See, this is why we need a DM. This is exactly why. This is a physical league. I've always said in the Premier League, you need pace or power or preferably both. The problem is Endo has none of them. Like, it's just Endo has none of them. That's the problem. No pace, no power, none of that. So this is the issue. Like, and I think maybe a Gravenberg or a Curtis Jones would be better probably against Crystal Palace. But Endo did have a very unbelievable performance today. I said he was our top 3 players, him, Virgil, and Trent, whichever order you wanna rank them. So yeah. But I think Endo's been improving on the sly from his first performances and shit. But he's still not a good enough DM to win the league, not challenge, win the league. Big up to Amar Rushdie says, Klopp will go for the Europa League prize money. But here's the thing, I don't think there is Europa League prize money valuable enough for us to just go full strength. We need to park the bus in that game. I'm gonna be sorry, I'll park the bus. We need to be heavily rested in that game. We need to rest everyone. We need to have an average age of 15. Like, it's just bring on McConnell, all the kids, just any under 21 player, bring him to that game. Kwanzaa should be the oldest player to play in that game. Or maybe if you want to give a game to Adrian, then I don't mind. But other than that, we need to rest players, man. We need to rest players. Simple as we need to rest players. This December period, it shows that our squad is on its bare bones. It's bare bones. Now, obviously, nothing weirder than Nunez sexuals. They'll continue to insult Mo, insult Trent, insult Virgil, insult Alisson to deflect from their striker having shit performances. But this is why, for me, I've always just been consistent. I said all 4 need to step up. Zero scapegoating. Nunez must step up. Jota must step up, Diaz must step up, Gakpo must step up, and that's what I said after the Fulham game. When people tried to scapegoat Darwin Nunez, I refused to scapegoat him. I said the other 4 need to step up. I said today Diaz was our worst forward. I don't think it was Nunez. But Nunez sexuals just don't like to see the truth. They don't like to see the reality. They're sexually attracted to Darwin Nunez because he runs quickly. And they just cannot have an objective conversation. So even when I sit up here for the last 56 minutes and say all 4 need to step up, they'll tell you, oh, he has a Nunez agenda. When I'm saying all 4 need to step up, I crystal clearly said Diaz has been our worst forward this season, yet they tell you he has a Nunez agenda. So I have no agenda. I'm just keeping it real, saying it as it is. But I see the people bitching in the chat. Is you continue to bitch all you want to lie. I'm just keeping it real, consistent, and all of that. So yeah, for me, Darwin Nunez needs to step up. All this, he has this much GA, yeah, but he has 15 big chances missed. Look at the XG, look at the context. Mo Salah, for me, I've already said the last 3 games he's been crap, but he's been by far our best forward. And you could even I think he has been our best player this whole season as well. So for me, it's a different level. And I said at the start of the video, Mo, Alisson, Virgil, and Trent, those 4 players have been there, done that, won stuff for us. And I defend Trent even stronger than I defend Salah, and I defend Alisson even stronger than I defend both, and I defend Virgil van Dijk just as much. Last season, when people are just attacking them, I just keep defending these 4 because these 4 are world-class players who have been there, done that. If you're sexually attracted to a Uruguayan player we signed that have won fuck all for us, that's your problem, not mine. At least me, I defend the 4 players that have been there, done that for us. So yeah, for me, the 4 forwards, all 4 of them need to step up. No scapegoating from me. Notice, no scapegoating. All 4 need to step up. Simple as. And yeah, that's why for me, all 4 of them need to step up. Just like Kelleher stepped up today. Just a prime example. Kelleher had an absolutely shit, dreadful performance against Fulham. Came in today, stepped up to the plate. Just made a very important save. His passing was spot on. Didn't do anything wrong on the football pitch. Perfect. Just like Tsimikas stepped up. Robertson is out, no problem. Tsimikas, here. I'm going to tie up my shoelaces. I'm going to not make excuses. Tsimikas probably had like 1 bad game and then just kept performing really well. Just like Endo stepped up. Even Endo stepped up in the recent game. So for me, take your chances. get better in the football pitch, and as simple as that. So for me, all four of the other forwards need to step. I thought Diaz is the one that worries me the most, to be honest with you. That's the one guy that genuinely worries me the most. 100% Rico. It's all about stepping up. Certain people can't see it because they wank off to Nunez pictures before they go to sleep. They know who they are in the chat. I don't even need to mention them. If the shoe fits, they wore it. Simple. So, some people just look at Nunez's picture and they get erect. I don't have that with any Liverpool player. I just back the players that have been there, done that, delivered consistently for me. So, for me, take your chances, take your opportunities, and step up to the plate, because we need every single one of the players to contribute. Every single player in this Liverpool squad needs to contribute. Every single one of them needs to contribute. Every single one in the Liverpool squad needs to do more, get better. Ozan says, can you speak on Konate today? Absolutely, I can. I thought Konate was very good in the air, won his defensive duels in the air, aerial duels, sorry. But the problem is, and I was talking to Mike about this off camera, problem is with Konate is he has a bozo moment in him every now and then. It's rare, but he has it. Konate can give you a performance like he did in the Champions League final against Madrid, the most recent one we lost, where he was our best player. Like Konate was our best player. And he can also, like today, have 1-2 shaky moments. So we need him to kind of just get that out of his game more and more and more, and just step up more and more and more. Once again, as Rico said earlier on, it's all about stepping up. Husam, wallahi, this team is full of clowns. I wouldn't say this team is full of clowns. I just think we need 2 more positions. That's it. If Diaz was on 5-6 goals, if Jota was on 5-6 goals, if Nunez was on 6-7 goals, if Gakpo was on 4-5 goals, we'd already be in a better position. Take Luton away as an example. Many games it will actually cost you when you don't put the ball in the back of the net. So this is the issue I have. So I wouldn't say the team is full of clowns. I think that's very reactionary. I think we have a very good team, but we still need players this January. This league title is there for the taking. Make no mistake. This league title is 100% there for the taking. The only way we take it, sign players in January. Sign players in January, plus others step up. When you watch Shaq, for example, a different sport, talk about him winning NBA titles and his success and all of that, he talks about others stepping up. He talks about this guy hitting a big shot. He talks about this guy doing that, And it's good stuff like Endo scoring an equalizer in the 90th minute, stuff like Trent scoring an equalizer, stuff like McAllister scoring a banger. But at the same time, Shaq got his 30. Same time, Kobe got his 30. So, it's just like everyone needs to play their role, and people need to step up and they need to do better. Simple as. So for me, very happy with today's win, very happy with us improving, very happy with us doing better. And I'm very happy with the clean sheet. And I like the way we won today, because we kind of, like, Sheffield wanted to rough us up, and we're like, you can rough us up and we're still winning. This is the shit I like. I love you, you Salah sexual. Good night, Habib. I'm not a Salah sexual. I'm a world-class player sexual. I like Salah, I like Virgil, I like Trent, I like Alisson, because they've all been there, done it for us. And they've been our 4 best players this season. Name your top 4 players for Liverpool Football Club this season. Salah, Virgil, Alisson, Trent. Fact. So yeah, you're the one who just can't even admit that a striker needs to score chances. But anyway, big up to you, Badr. But listen, guys, it's been a fantastic win. On to Palace. The only thing that really worries me is injuries. I pray McAllister has a speedy recovery. Matip, unfortunately, ACL, probably out to the end of the season, which is going to be an issue for us. So it's just, we need to just step by step. We just need to sign players in January, and wallahi, we step up. Guys, we can win the league. Guys, this league is there for the taking. And you know what I said in the summer? I said, if Manchester City win the league, we'd all live with it, because he's unbelievable. But if Arsenal win the league, you guys won't be able to sleep at night. And I said at the start of the season, that's why I predicted them to win the league, because I think they're more ready. But the reason why you guys won't allow it is because if it's City, you're okay, but if it's Arsenal, you guys are Arteta this, Saka this, Rice that, blah 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 blah. But if they prepared better than us, then they deserve to win better than us. That's why for me, I don't want to hear no bullshit excuses. I don't want to hear no money excuses. £150 million bid for Caicedo. The money's there. We know the money's there. You ain't gonna bullshit us. Sign a centre back. Sign a DM. If we just sign these two positions, we win this fucking league title. I'm sorry, we win it. We win it. By the way, signing a DM and a centre back also allows us to rotate more, meaning Endo can have all the Europa League games to the end of the season. I wouldn't need him in the Prem. In the Prem, I will just use whoever DM, you know, man, like Tom Little said Onana from Everton because he uses Class A drugs. But like whichever DM we have, whichever positions we have, we just elevate ourselves. We just get better and better and better and better. So for me, our Premier League title is there for the taking. It's literally just going to be won in the transfer window. This Premier League title will be ours or not will be decided in January with the budget, with the money, with all of this. And you know, we've been there before. We've been there before where we were in position to win the league title and we were top of the league, and then we end up signing Ozan Kabak and Ben Davies, and this is the issue. By the way, we never even watched Ben Davies play for Liverpool. That's the funniest part. He never even played. Big Up Selection says if Arteta won the league, Klopp will have nightmare. It's not just Klopp, it's us as well. Like for me, people keep saying Arsenal fans are annoying. I said this to just Tabang earlier on. I couldn't care less about Arsenal fans. I hate Manchester City, the institution. So if it were a City-Arsenal title race, I'd rather Arsenal win it because I hate City. But I think everyone here would be so upset with themselves if we allow Arsenal to win the league title instead of us. Big Up to Badr says, you deserve the world, my G, inshallah, 100k more. Habib Galbi, ya Badr, thank you so much for the super chat. You know, it only took you 1 hour and 2 minutes to actually listen to what I said instead of just saying the same shit in the chat that other people say. So I was disappointed in you, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We get a 19-year-old Berlado in January. Who's Berlado? Let me Google it quickly. Berlado. No, I've never heard of this guy. You know what's mad? I googled Berlado and a food came up. I keep scrolling down. All I see is food, bro. I'm on a cutting diet. I ain't trying to see food pictures right now. Queen Nadra, I don't know who you're talking about, but if you're talking about some random youngster, then we need players who are better. You know, simple as. So I just need a bit more experience, man. Guys, this league really is there for the taking. This league really is there for the taking, man. It's just there for the taking. We just need to sign these 2 players so we can just go over there and just win this fucking league. Anyway, big up to Badr, big up to Omar, big up to Rem. Oh, bro, what's this guy's name? Reinhard or Die Trying. Big up to Selection, Ozan, Felipe, Abdulaziz, Nadra, and Top FC TV for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Tomorrow, inshallah, 3:15 p.m. UK. I've got LB coming on. I've got KJ coming on. I've got Winter Surfer coming on to give you an absolutely elite stream to recap all the games that happened. 3:15 p.m. UK time, inshallah. So stick around for that and stay tuned for that. I'm going to be on 11 p.m. UK tomorrow, inshallah. I'm going to be on the Back Again podcast live with Troops. And Friday at 11 p.m., we're going to have Al-Ahwa. Loads of content coming your way. We got you guys. Like, subscribe. I love you all. And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, inshallah.